December is National AIDS Awareness Month and Friday was World AIDS Day. Today, we're shining a light on the nonprofit Nebraska AIDS Project.
Joining us today is Tommy, the Outreach Manager for NAP. So thank you for waking up with us and joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And Tommy, start by telling us exactly what is NAP and the work that you do.
Yes, so Nebraska AIDS Project is the state's only AIDS service organization. So we specialize in HIV and AIDS prevention, as well as case management for those who are living with HIV.
So then talk a little bit more about some of those resources that you provide, because obviously it's about that support and advocacy too, right?
Absolutely. So one thing is, like, we always want to promote testing among the community. And so we offer free HIV as well as STI testing. And then, like I said, case management to meet those wraparound needs for folks who are living with HIV.
And another big thing here is prevention. We know that you do a lot of work with prevention. We know now there's medication that can kind of prevent you from catching AIDS or contracting HIV, correct?
Yes. So the medication that you're referring to is PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is another program that we offer. And essentially what we do is we offer that kind of free of charge, but we have like programs available to make sure that we can get that into the hands of all the people who need it.
Absolutely. And then also the organization moved to a different location. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you talk about that move?
Yes. So we are located in the Benson area now. We were once on 77th and Dodge, but now are in the Benson area. And that has been a good move for us. We feel like we needed to be in an area where we could serve our community better and just a more inviting space, and that was easily accessible.
And going back to the advocacy work, why is it so important to break down those stigmas? You hear all the negative stigmas associated with HIV and AIDS. Why is it so important for NAP to break that down?
Well, I mean, at this point, HIV has been around for over 40 years, and there's a lot of misinformation that's still out there that's been pervasive throughout history. So we just want to make sure that we want to stop the spread of misinformation. We want to provide the facts, like talking about how HIV or who HIV actually impacts and how to prevent it.
Absolutely. And then, you know, the organization's been around since the 80s, right? So do you think that you're able to reach a lot of people within the community? Do you think people are coming to you and see that, hey, I can come here for help?
Absolutely, absolutely. We faced some challenges with the move, obviously, but I think one thing that has stood the test of time is that NAP has been that go-to place for the community, and a lot of it is based off of like the people that we partner with, the different agencies that we partner with. They promote us and they connect the folks who seek out their services to us as needed.
And one thing I want to quickly throw in, a lot of times you hear people say, I don't just survive, I thrive, because there are a lot of people that are living with HIV who are here to tell their stories. And that's one of the things that people really need to know about, that you can really contract this and survive with this.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's part of one of the reasons that I got involved in the work. You know, I am someone who's living with HIV. And, you know, decades ago, in the earlier on in the epidemic, you know, the lifetime of someone who's living with HIV was like months. Now it's years, or you're living just as long as an HIV negative counterpart. So it's definitely important for us to emphasize that message, that as long as you have the relationship with your doctors, as long as you're taking your medications, you can thrive and live a long, healthy life, even with HIV.
Thank you so much, Tommy. Yeah, especially for being vulnerable with us. So you can find more information on their website. That's nap.org.